It's the NFL on EA Sports, and our focus is on Kyle Pitts. He's going to be a busy man in the passing game. We can hardly wait for the start of this one under the lights on Monday night.
It is time for football as we welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. So good to have you on board with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson here in the booth. Greg, in this league, you know it, you lived it. Undergoing a changing of the guard at the quarterback position sometimes can be traumatic, but a lot of times it leads to hope. And we've got a couple of teams here with young signal callers looking towards the future.
And you know the old saying, Mike, in the NFL...
Here's the kicker, Jake Bates, ready to get this one underway. And off we go here on Monday night. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Buffalo offense set to go to work for the first time. Led by their man at quarterback out of the University of Florida, it's Anthony Richardson.
If his preparation for this game is any indication of how he's going to perform today, Mike, they're going to be hard to beat. He played really well last week, but when we talked to his coaches, they told us, they're like, he has lived here all week. He has taken his level of play even up another notch. And if he can continue to operate this system, continue to get all of his weapons involved, this leadership, this ability to lead by example, it's going to rub off on the rest of this offense. I think they're going to have a good chance of changing from last week's loss to coming away today with a victory.
A second down throw for Richardson. Quick throw, taken in, and that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8. From the gun, Richardson. Oh, intercepted. What a bad start on the third play. Picked off by Junior Colson. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Now the first carry for the Alabama speedster, Jahmyr Gibbs. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Play action now, it's McCarthy. That is caught down the field. It's Worthy. And he will go all the way. Xavier Worthy for the touchdown. That touchdown, number 11 on the year.
You know, there's so many key factors that allow a play like this, Mike, to have so much success. And, of course, like anything, it starts with the quarterback being accurate. It's such a big part of NFL football right now is the run after the catch, but the accuracy of the ball allows the receiver to turn into a runner after securing the catch. So great job there by the quarterback, and then sometimes it's just a foot race to the pylon and speed kills, and wide receiver gets the ball, secures it, and he does the rest.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. This will be returned from the 6. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Bills offense and Jamar Chase getting set for their next possession. He's put together some kind of campaign. Currently 2nd in the NFL in touchdown receptions amongst wideouts. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing.
And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it. They need 8 as they come up for third down. Out of the shotgun, Richardson. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Junior Colson.
Well, Mike, once again, this drive, it ends the same way their last one did, walking off the field, following an interception. Now, you're hoping this is more momentary struggle than it is a trend, but as hard as it is to do, they need to get calmed down. They need to reset because their offense cannot operate at a high level if they don't have confidence in this passing game.
He's going to let this one go for Worthy. And he's in. Xavier Worthy. Touchdown. That his second touchdown of the game. Numbers 11 and 12 on the season. What an opening quarter he is having. Greg, that is 2 touchdown receptions here in the first quarter.
Mike, all this guy has to do is keep this pace up, and he's going to have himself 8 touchdowns. But in all seriousness, if I'm this quarterback, I'm not looking anywhere else until this defense proves they have an answer. Because right now, they don't have one.
Here comes a return from the 3. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Bills offense and Anthony Richardson getting ready for their next drive. And the numbers will show he's been one of the top quarterbacks in the league all season long, right up there among the leaders in passing yards. He was trying to get it to Jamar Chase, and that will lead to a second down. On the carry, it's Cook. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
He connects with Gray on that one. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. 2nd and 7. They'll run straight ahead with Cook. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
Really nice job by the interior of this offensive line. It typically just takes one guy to distort the defense to give the back enough room to operate. And that's exactly what they did here, and it led to a big gain.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. 1st and 10. Richardson. There's a throw right side. It's going to be incomplete. Troy Franklin, the intended target. It's 2nd down. Here's Richardson. That's going to be caught by Gray. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down. They'll go play action. It's Richardson. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. Santos's kick is good. And the Bills get their first points of the game. They trail 14-3. Cairo Santos, following the made field goal, back out to kick this one away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And they will finally get him down, but he gets all the way close to the 40-yard line. The home team's offense and J.J. McCarthy getting set for their next possession. As you can see there, he's not only getting closer to a passing title, but closing in on a 5,000-yard campaign. Oh, that's Worthy all alone. And he's got another one. Xavier Worthy for the score. His big game continues. His third touchdown of this one. Numbers 11, 12, and 13 on the year. Bates, good, with the extra point. And his guys move out to a 21-3 advantage. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The Bills' offense ready to get back at it. They are facing an uphill climb early. Begin this drive with 1st and 10. Throwing, Richardson. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. Lane closed quickly. And here comes 3rd down. Throwing is Richardson. That's taken in. It's James Cook. Pretty good effort on that one. It will not be enough. It's going to bring up 4th down. The Bills bringing on their punting unit. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he's off to a fast start throwing the football. Pretty good numbers already just in this first quarter of play.
19 tight, 19 tight. Go.
They'll go play action here with McCarthy. And that is incomplete. Trying to get it to Kyle Pitts. And it'll lead to a 2nd down. Looking to throw. McCarthy. That's caught. It's Roman Wilson. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Receiver in motion. Going right. On the move past the 40. And he'll be taken down.
There's no doubting the fact, Mike, they've made a clear point in saying we need to get this guy the ball as often as possible. And so far, they've had great success when they have gotten him the ball. I think defensively at some point, you've got to find a way to get this duo out of this rhythm or they're going to be in for a long game.
And that's the way you want to run it on. You're watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. A safe kick taken at the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Bills offense back onto the field as you take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And things starting to take shape here. 3 weeks left of the regular season. Teams making that final push for postseason berths. That's his 3rd catch of this first half and good enough for a 1st down. To throw, it's Richardson. He'll go left side here and complete this one. Here's 2nd and 6. Richardson gonna look to throw. Gonna get that complete to Jamar Chase. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Now Richardson. And they're going to get to him and take him down, take him back to the other side of midfield.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense immediately getting back on track. And what do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did.
And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
It's pretty well read there defensively. Anytime you throw these quick passes to the wide receivers, you're looking to pick your gain up after the catch. So let's give credit to the defense. Rally and tackle in space and keep that to a pretty modest gain.
Short pass taken in by the tight end. He got a lot of what he needed, but just not enough. The mark is a couple of yards shy of the 1st down. Here comes 4th down. He'll try it now with Hook. And he won't quite get to the end zone, but they're going to be set up at the 2-yard line.
Well, that right there, Mike, is your once-a-game reminder of just the importance of short tackling. This run never gets anywhere near where it ends up if that initial hit was stronger and he was able to take him down.
Trying to push the pile forward. He didn't even get to the 1-yard line. They stop him short. No gain.
Well, after being stopped for no gain on 1st down on the ground, Mike, it brings up the question. 2nd and goal from the 2. What do? I like throwing it. I don't like waiting till 3rd down to air the ball out. So if they want to take a shot at the end zone, I think it's...
And that big offensive line, clearing space. He's in. Touchdown, Buffalo. And this one is blocked. So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. This is going to be taken in at the 3. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. Spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. He'll find his rookie wideout from Texas. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. He's had a lot of success throwing the ball early. Look at the numbers. Already up over 200 passing yards. Now inside the 25. And he'll be out of bounds all the way down at the 10. So not quite 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10. They're pretty close. Here's a handoff to Gibbs. And he's into the end zone. Jahmyr Gibbs for the touchdown. Here's Bates for the extra point. The kick is good. And his guys add on one more as they extend their 2nd quarter lead. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Here's Richardson. Quick throw here is complete. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. A run up the middle with Cook. And he's going to have a...
Now.
As he gets this up to the 42.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a 1st down.
Once again, it's Cook. Whoa! And he did not want to go down. Good running. Manages to gain 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Richard. Oh, the ball's out. Oh, he gets it right back. Oh, man, Greg, those must be scary times for a player. Not that it happened to you often, but he lost the ball but was able to get it back and avoid the turnover.
Well, Mike, I hate to admit it, but unfortunately, I was in that situation a few times, and I'll tell you what, when that ball pops out of your hand, the only thing on your mind is there anything I can do to get it back? In this case, he was able to get it back, and he dodged the bullet. This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
On play action, here's McCarthy. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. An ideal beginning to this drive. 24 on the first play. Throwing now, it's McCarthy. He's going to let this one go for Worthy. And he cannot be stopped. He's into the end zone again. Xavier Worthy. Touchdown. He is having a performance to remember. That is 5 touchdowns for him in this one game. So the numbers starting to pile up here early. We haven't reached halftime, and he's already thrown 4 touchdown passes. Bates now for the extra point. He's got it, and his guys stretch things out even further. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. A return now from the 4. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Here's 1st and 10. Now Richardson. The middle of the field. That's taken in by Chase. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2.
Here we go. Let go.
From the gun, Richardson. That one finds Chase.
Let's go.
And they'll pick up the 1st down, a gain of about 4. Now he'll run it. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a 1st down.
Here we go. Set.
Out of shotgun, Richardson. He connects with Gray on that one. Look him up on a 2nd down and 8.
Set.
Richardson. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins. And it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline. So as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
Now a timeout, Buffalo. They're 2nd. As the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
Set it. Go.
On 2nd down, Richardson. That's going to be caught by Gray. Out of bounds, but in business. They mark him down near the 2. It's a gain of 26, and it'll set up 1st and goal. Here's Cook. Trying to push the pile forward. He didn't even get to the 1-yard line. They stop him short. No gain. Good blocking, and he's in. Anthony Richardson. Touchdown, Bills.
You know, we spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end the 4th quarter in 2-minute mode. Well, let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the first half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here going into halftime changes this entire game.
Our home team 42, visitors 16.
So 2 seconds left to play, and the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. From the gun, here's McCarthy. He'll let this one go deep down the right sideline. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there.
And that is just deflating for this kickoff team. You find yourself down double digits at the half. You spend the entire break talking about getting off to a good start in the third quarter. Let's get a stop and get the ball back to our offense. And bang, this happens. A heck of a return to start this third quarter.
And they're going to be set up now as he's brought down at the 5-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone.
And he will power his way into the end zone. Jahmyr Gibbs for the score. That's his second touchdown tonight. Bates, good with the extra point. And his guys add on to their already sizable lead. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. This taken at the 5. A good return as he takes it across the 30. So now here comes the Buffalo offense heading back out onto the field. Greg, sitting up here with you, this is not the same energy we saw from this team at the start of the game. How much has the defense kind of sapped it out of them?
Oh, I think it's a big factor in this game. And when you start taking the ball away at the rate that they have today, it takes a lot of the confidence out of the offense. And I think that's the body language that you're referring to. There is a lot of doubt creeping in to this offense, and it's almost becoming to the point where you don't want to be the guy with the ball because you're afraid you're going to give it up. And when it gets to that, man, as an offense, you're in trouble.
That's complete. Taken in by Franklin. That's catch. Tonight, and it's good for a first down.
And up until this point, we haven't seen a lot go their way, but here in the third quarter, they're starting to find some plays. They're starting to get some opportunities. Just got to ask yourself if it's too little, too late.
Here we go.
On first down, it's Richardson. To the left side, caught by Chase. That's catch number 5 tonight, and it's good for a first down.
Here we go. Sack. Reno.
Quickly into the hands of Chase. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line.
Number 1, Jamar Chase. It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Buffalo.
On first and 10, here's Richardson. A throw over the middle, going to be caught by Franklin.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
Quick throw, taken in. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down, but they are set up with first and goal. Gray is the motion man here. Richardson to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 17-yard line. First down was not very good. Here's second and goal. Throwing is Richardson. He's going to tuck it and go.
Well, that scramble is ultimately going to end up short of the first down, Mike, but it's going to help quite a bit. That's a great job by the quarterback. Just taking what the defense gives you, get downfield, pick up good yardage.
Line of scrimmage, the 3. 3rd and goal. Richardson going to look to throw. Oh, a man wide open. He's got it. Jamar Chase. Touchdown, Buffalo. Santos for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Bills cut into the lead a little bit. So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. He fields it at the 8. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The home team's offense ready to take over once again. Hey, Greg, this has been something to watch. Let's go through some of these highlights. Touchdown after touchdown after touchdown.
And this is one of those games where dreams are a reality, Mike, and you just can't ever predict when you're going to have a game like today, where just every play call, every ball that you throw, every option that you have downfield is wide open and productive. It's pretty incredible, the ability for them to continue to have their way with this defense, because barring some sort of change from this secondary where they come up with some answers, I don't even think they're done scoring just yet.
Let's go.
On 2nd down, here's McCarthy. To the sideline, caught by Worthy.
Well, he had such a great first half throwing the football. There's no reason to think, Mike, coming out here for the start of the 3rd, that anything's going to change. He's picked up right where he left off, and the numbers are indicative of just how well he's played.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. He'll manage to get 2, maybe 3 on that carry. Pete Werner there to make the tackle. Throwing on 2nd down is McCarthy. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Roman Wilson was the intended target. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. He's going to let this one go for Worthy. That is caught! And they cannot contain him at all. He's into the end zone yet again. Xavier Worthy has a touchdown. With that, he joins Gale Sayers and Alvin Kamara, players in the Super Bowl era with 6 touchdowns in a single game. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Here comes a return from the 5. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. James Cook and the rest of this Buffalo offense head back out. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Cook to start this drive. And a strong 1st down run, a pickup of 9, setting up 2nd and short. Now Richardson. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
Here's Richardson. They'll set up the screen to Cook. Good hustle by the defense. They beat the offensive lineman to the blocks there. No gain on that screen pass. The Bills bringing on the punt team. But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. The offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. Here's a 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
Here's Gibbs. That lane closes quickly. A pickup of 3. Javon Bullard there on the tackle. 3rd down, 3 to go. Pitts is the man in motion. They'll try and throw it with McCarthy. Here's a screen set up for Gibbs. That screen goes for 12, and that's a 1st down.
Another great throw, and that's been the story as you check out these numbers. I mean, he has done everything this team has asked of him and more.
A run here with Gibbs. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. First down, and they stick with Gibbs. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Now a run with Corum. Down the sideline to the 20. And they are not going to catch him. He's in for the touchdown. Big play out of the running game as the back accelerates all the way to the house for the rushing touchdown.
And Mike, when we talk about burst, that's what we're talking about. And they told us all week, be ready for this guy. He's got something special to him. And that long touchdown there is exactly what they're talking about.
Bates, good, with the extra point. So we are through 3. Back with more Monday Night Football after this. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. This one taken at the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense ready for this next possession. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down. To throw, it's Richardson. To the left side, into the hands of Franklin. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. A 2nd down throw for Richardson. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. And fortunately, this is going to get out of bounds. So no turnover, and it's actually going to wind up a 1st down. Gray is the motion man here. Richardson to throw it here on 1st down. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
And the Bills' 1st down.
Here we go.
Richardson to throw here on 1st and 10. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Here we go, set. Huh.
Gray is the motion man here. Throwing on 2nd down. Richardson. Off he goes.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
Out of the shotgun, Richardson. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. He's going to have that first down. Gain of 6 as they convert on third down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design.
And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. From the gun, Richardson. A throw on the move is caught. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down. Here's Richardson. There's that man again. Another catch.
They pick up a nice chunk play there through the air on third down, but it's not quite enough to move the chains. Now the question is, how aggressive is this head coach willing to be as he tries to extend this drive?
3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Bills cut 3 off the lead, but they still face a sizable deficit.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
And he'll be forced out of bounds, but a... Pitts is the man in motion. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. A run up the middle, it's Gibbs. Not much happening there, just a short gain. Here's a 2nd and 9.
Let's go.
Now a give to Gibbs, running right. The defense all over this one. They get him behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a couple. 3rd and long.
Let's go now. Dragon 60.
On play action, here's McCarthy. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. Bates' kick is good. And his guys will add to their lead here in the 4th quarter.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. On play action, Rich. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. Now we'll get a stoppage here for an injured Bill. Athletic training staff's going to take a look, but this is a problem late in the season. Gray is the motion man here. On 2nd down, Richardson. Quick throw, taken in. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with third down. Throwing, Richardson. That's taken in by Franklin. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play.
A gain of 15. First down, Buffalo.
Here we go, set.
On 1st and 10, here's Richardson. Rush comes, they're setting up the screen. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. Richardson to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. Looking to throw. Richardson. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down. This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. So now, out comes the offense, led by their quarterback as they take over once again. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read, seemingly every time. And they're going to get him down right at the 25.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it, you know it. And no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
On 2nd down, it's Gibbs. They tackle him at the 38, but that run is good enough to pick up the 1st down.
That's good. For a 1st down.
They hand it to Gibbs. And he is going to be stuffed well behind the line of scrimmage. That play going absolutely nowhere. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. They're going to run out of the gun with Gibbs. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down. Here's a 3rd and 10. McCarthy from the gun here on 3rd down. He's got his man, complete to Wilson. And with that last throw, the record comes into focus. He has gone over 500 passing yards in this game alone. Set to go now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's a throw for McCarthy. Got a man coming across the field. He's got it. And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line. They'll go play action here with McCarthy. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. Bates, good, with the extra point. And his guys will add one more onto their big lead. Down to the final few seconds of this one as the kick is away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this 4th quarter.